Turkish Tuesdays continues here on beIN Sports as it is time for the Turkish Super Lig Highlight Show Round 25 recap. Here's what we have for you coming up on the program. Galatasaray look to remain in first place as they look to pick up 3 points against Konyaspor, a side struggling in the relegation zone. Meanwhile, Yeni Malatyaspor, in their first ever season in the Turkish top flight, hosted Fenerbahce as Fenerbahce, the Yellow Canaries, looking to pick up 3 points, get back into the title chase. And Besiktas, the reigning champions, took on the side from Ankara as Genclerbirligi would give them a tough time in Istambul. It is in Istambul where we begin our round 25 recap as Besiktas took on Genclerbirligi in Istambul at the Vodafone Arena.
All right, Eric Krakauer, what nickname do you like better, Easy E or Release the Krakauer?
That's a tough call, George. I'll let the viewers decide. Let us know on Twitter. Early chance here for Besiktas. Ryan Babel had a chance to take the shot at first, decides to try and get past the defender and hits the ball high. Defenders pulled out of place by the quick passing from the current champions.
Yep, Ryan Babel with a brace last week in the victory at Trabzonspor. A few minutes later, another chance here. Alvaro Negredo getting some PT for Besiktas.
Spaniard jumping a little bit too early, so the ball goes over Johannes Hofs's goal.
Genclerbirligi coming into this match, one loss in their last 11 Turkish Super League matches, but their defense gets cut up a little bit here.
Nifty 1-2, but Hutchinson gets too far under the ball, and then it would be Genclerbirligi with a chance. Stefan Sessignon, but he hits it straight at Fabri.
So it was 0-0 at halftime, and then Besiktas, they're gonna get their goal.
It's that man again, the Brazilian Anderson Talisca, doing his thing, adding to his tally. That's a great ball from Tolgay Arslan, and the Brazilian gets the ball past the Swede.
So Besiktas with the 1-0 advantage, almost two. Wagner Lovi right on the doorstep, can't put it over the line.
Phenomenal save from Johannes Hopf. And then the last opportunity for Besiktas would be Caner Erkin just hitting that wide after a lovely, lovely back heel from Ozyakup.
1-0 is the final for Besiktas. Anderson Talisca, 7 goals in his last 7 Turkish Super League encounters. All right, let's go to the Basaksehir Okulari Stadium in Alanya. It's Alanyaspor taking on Basaksehir, and it's the home side with an early opportunity here.
Very nervy start for Basaksehir. We've seen them tremble in their defense as of late, but Akbaba's shot is saved. And then over here, skill from Junior Fernandez, the individual play, and then a millimetric finish at the second post. In the corner it goes.
Yeah, Junior Fernandez, 7th goal of the season. Alanyaspor in their 2nd ever Turkish top flight campaign have the lead over Basaksehir. Then a few minutes later, they make it 2.
Again, defensive troubles from Basaksehir. They're not going to win the title defending like that. A lot of ball watching as the ball comes to Yalciner. He tries to take the shot. It lands at the feet of Karaka, and he puts it away.
Basaksehir thinking there was an offsides here. And then things get ugly for the Istambul club after Alexandru Epureanu was sent off with a 2nd yellow. Alanyaspor pushing with a man advantage, and they get another goal.
Emre Akbaba, we do say his name a lot, and that's because he's super important to this team. Just peeling off the defender, finding the space, and easy finish, placing it in the corner. But Basaksehir would get one back. It would be Elero Elia, former Southampton man, with the skill, and then the finish from Rijad Bajic.
And it is Basaksehir looking for an improbable comeback. It is 3-1 at this point, but it is about to be 4 thanks to Junior Fernandez. He opened the scoring, then he finishes the scoring for Alanyaspor.
And he deserved that ending. Perfect combination here of strength and skill to get by Atama, who had a poor game, and then no chance for the goalkeeper.
Alanyaspor with a historic victory over Istambul Basaksehir, but they would go down to 10 men late as well.
Emre Akbaba, not the way to end the game. They're certainly going to miss him, the offensive catalyst for this team.
And so Basaksehir fall 4-1 to Alanyaspor. All right, Bornova Stadium Izmir on the Aegean Sea coast. Goztepe taking on Antalyaspor. This is the Demba Ba show.
It was a Demba Ba show. but it didn't start that early as Ruud Buffon made a fine save, making himself big. But Dembaba, as you said, opening the scoring. Calm finish. The pass from Halil Akbunar was excellent. The defense did not pull up quickly enough. He's onside. No chance for the goalkeeper.
Anyone who says they don't play attractive football in Turkey is lying. Halil Akbunar would once again be involved in setting up Dembaba.
Johan Juru tried to make the tackle, the former Arsenal center back. He did not make contact. The ball lands at the feet of Dembaba. He's not going to miss from there.
And Goztepe coming into this match, alternating wins and losses in their last 3. And last week they lost at Basaksehir. So you know what that means. They're probably going to win, although Antalyaspor making it close at the end.
Suleiman Dugara with the header. And Beto, the Portuguese goalkeeper, back in the lineup. Not happy about that. You wanted the clean sheet.
And 2-1 is the final for Goztepe. And Dembaba, 4 goals in his last 6 Super League matches since his return to Turkey. All right, Akhisarspor, they have been playing well, 4 straight wins after their 3-2 victory at Fenerbahce. But it's Trabzonspor that get the early goal.
Okay, Yukuzlu, always a set-piece danger, wide open. Where was the marking? They'd go 2 up. It's that man, Burak Yilmaz. You give him enough opportunities and he's going to punish you, and he did there across Milan Lukac's goal and into the corner.
And Burak Yilmaz, the second leading goal scorer in the Turkish top flight and the leading goal scorer amongst Turkish players in this season of the Super League. So it is 2-0 at this point for Trabzonspor. I think they like 3, not just in points, but in terms of goal as well.
What a pass from Burak Yilmaz. A very different Trabzonspor team when he's on the field. And the finish, well, can't say much other than how delightful that volley is from Dam Ndoye with the laces.
So Akhisarspor, after beating Fenerbahce last week 3-2 in Istambul, well, it just gets worse for them after Serginho was sent off.
Serginho had been bullied throughout the game, tries to seek revenge and gets the red card. A little bit of a positive ending as Soner Aydogdu does score a goal after Kivrak makes a huge mistake, but Trabzonspor needed that win and they got it.
We hope you are enjoying the action on this Turkish Super League Highlight Show Round 25 recap. We still have more coming up here on beIN Sports, including Fenerbahce looking to pick up 3 points on the road against Yeni Malatyaspor. Galatasaray, can Bafetimbi Komis continue his hot goal-scoring form as they took on Konyaspor, and the best of the round here on the Turkish Super League Highlight Show on beIN Sports. We will be right back. Thank you for joining us here on the Turkish Super League Highlight Show Round 25 recap. We will go now to Turk Telecom, where Galatasaray tried to heap more misery onto Konyaspor.
One team fighting for the title, one team fighting to avoid relegation. Galatasaray, who haven't lost to Konyaspor in all competitions since 2003. Well, they gave up an early goal, or at least Konyaspor does, or Galatasaray does, excuse me, Wilfred Moke with the opening goal.
And what a fine header it was. Quick reaction from the cross as the ball is low, but he manages to position himself well, and then it goes into the corner. And here, a penalty for Galatasaray, a handball, perhaps a little bit of a tough call on Salim Ay. And Gomis would not manage to put the ball past Serkan Kirintili, who had himself a very, very good game.
The goal Krali denied from the spot, and Konyaspor still up 1-0 at this point. But Galatasaray, the Lions, trying to roar back, and Kirintili coming up with a big save there.
Using all of his frame to prevent Maicon from scoring on that set piece. But the goal would come. Bafetimi Gomis with a header and his traditional celebration.
Yes, the leader of the pack, or the pride of Galatasaray in the second half with the equalizer in the 69th minute. It is 1-1. Another goal coming soon for Galatasaray here. A chance. Oh, but just wide.
It should have been, but the ball hits the post. Gomis involved one more time, and it's Belhanda who can't put it past Kirintili, who comes off his line very quickly.
So 1-1 still, but you know, Eric, as is custom in the Turkish Super League, there's always a late goal. Yuri Nakatomo with the service, and Sinan Gumuş with the finish.
And what a goal it was to close off this game. The cross is a little bit behind Gumuş, but he makes great contact, and there's no saving that. 2 goals in back-to-back games for the substitute.
And 2-1 is the final for Galatasaray. Nagatomo comes up with a big assist. Sivasspor versus our producer Sergio's favorite team in Turkey, Kasımpaşa. It looked good for Sivasspor early on.
Haruna Kone, he's found his goal-scoring form, puts that away. Is he offside? Ooh. Perhaps by an inch. It does not matter. It counts.
And then Kasımpaşa responding. It's the Nigerian Samuel Edok with an easy finish here.
Lovely through ball from Veysel Sadi, and then Diagne finds Samuel Edok, the Nigerian, at the second post, wide open. He's not going to miss from there.
Smooth blue kits of Kasımpaşa and those pretty strong red and white kits of Sivasspor. Big save here by Ramazan Koza. And then Sivasspor, is this a penalty? After Veysel Sadi fouls Emre Kinlinic in the area.
It's a bit of a soft call, but he does make contact, and then Kone puts the ball on the opposite side of Ramazan Koza. Makes it look so easy.
Yeah, brace for the man from the Côte d'Ivoire. Kasımpaşa looking for an equalizer, almost get it there.
The second Senegalese, Diagne, right into the hands of the goalkeeper, but he'd have another chance, and he put this one away. A free kick at the dying embers of the game. But look at Haruna Kone turning away from the ball, opening the space.
2-2 is the final. All 4 goals in this match scored by African players. 2 from the Côte d'Ivoire, 1 from Nigeria, 1 from Senegal. All right. Kayserispor versus Karabukspor. This was a wild game here.
And look at Karabukspor starting off well with Leandrinho, 2 goals in back-to-back weekends. Nice header, getting up high, but lovely delivery there.
Kayserispor coming off the 1-0 loss at Bursaspor, and Karabukspor 7-0 losers versus Galatasaray. Kayserispor driving for an equalizer, the team in the red and yellow, and they get it after some wild chaos in the area.
Ryan Mendes with the work on the left side, getting past his defender, crossing the ball. It lands at the feet of Denis Turush, who takes the shot. That's blocked. And then Artem Kravets, the Ukrainian, he is onside. Open goal at his disposal. And then another penalty here that is perhaps a soft call with Olafur Skulason, the Icelander, fouling Christian Suparuru, the Romanian. And then Denis Turush getting it past the goalkeeper, who guesses the right side, but can't stretch enough.
And we say Karabukspor every time they are going to give up 3 points, but they put up a good fight here against Kayserispor, and it's about to be 3 for the home side.
But you can't win games making mistakes like this. Yeah. We've seen it all season from Karabukspor, with Rikpa giving the ball away just too casual, and Kravets into the back of the net.
Kayserispor alternating wins, losses and wins. So they lost last week, so you figure they're going to win this week. Karabukspor pull one back thanks to Olafur Ribka, but maybe a little too late for the side heading down to the 2nd division.
A decent attempt, but not enough.
3-2 is the final in favor of Kayserispor. They continue to alternate losses and wins. All right, Osmanli Stadium in the capital of Ankara, Osmanlispor versus Bursaspor. And early on, it's Osmanlispor with the opening goal.
Aminu Umar thumping it in from close range into the top of the net.
And then Bursaspor trying to equalize here. Is this goal legitimate? Paul Warrior, or Paul Battle, I should say, is offsides in the beginning, and it's disallowed. So it's still 1-0 in favor of Osmanlispor. They're about to make it 2, though.
Adrien Regatin with the free kick. Harun Tekin, the goalkeeper, anticipated a cross. That was a mistake. He gets beaten at the near post. Oh, you can't afford to concede them like that.
And Osmanlispor coming in on a 7-game winless slide. They're up 2-0 until Aminu Umar, or excuse me, Bursaspor. That's Jerez Kembo Ekoko with the goal for Bursaspor.
And he also looks like he might be an offside. Maybe not with the left back putting him in line. And one last chance here for Osmanlispor to add, but Omat wide of the goal.
So Osmanlispor to end a 7-game winless slide with a 2-1 victory versus Bursaspor. And a big win for the capital club. And when we return here on the Turkish Super Lig Highlight Show, round 25 recap, Fenerbahce looking for a big road victory against Yeni Malatyaspor. We'll have that and much more coming up on the other side here on the Turkish Super Lig Highlight Show on beIN Sports.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Turkish Super League Highlight Show, round 25 recap. Time to go to the city of Malatya as Yeni Malatyaspor look to pick up 3 points and surprise Fenerbahce.
Recently promoted Yeni Malatyaspor, back-to-back wins against Karabukspor and Konyaspor. Fenerbahce, back-to-back losses at Besiktas and Sivasspor, and it is Malatyaspor with the early chance here.
Khalid Boutaib with the missile from far. He's usually shooting from inside the box, but he almost beats Volkan Demirel. Great save from the captain. He'd be in form. He'd stop this one too from Arturo Mina.
Oh.
Difficult save, but he makes it. And then there would be a disallowed goal here for Yeni Malatyaspor. It is Adem Buyuk, the captain, who puts it away. But as you'll see from the replay, he's in an offside position when the first shot comes in.
Yeah, very clearly offsides for Adem Buyuk, but Malatyaspor, Yeni Malatyaspor, putting all the pressure on Fenerbahce until this header here by Martin Škrtel, the former Liverpool man.
And he's got to at least hit the target from there. Awful header.
Another chance for Fenerbahce off of the corner. And this header, it's denied by Demirel until, or the save made, and then the rebound for Roman Nustadter.
The center back in the right place at the right time. And as you can see, not in an offside position when that header comes from Mehmet Topal. And Fernandão here, he could have added to the score, but he finds the post instead. What a great ball from the Brazilian Juliano.
Fernandão and Juliano proving to be quite a cohesive attacking duo for Fenerbahce. And another huge save here. Almost a goal here from Malatyaspor, Yeni Malatyaspor.
Volkan Demirel, he's getting up there in years, but he's so important to the team coming back from suspension. And then at the end of the game, it would be Fenerbahce putting the nail in the coffin. Juliano, a man who makes an enormous difference to the Yellow Canaries, wide open at the second post. But this is a fabulous cross from Alper Potuk.
Important for Fenerbahce to bounce back after that loss to Sivasspor. And Atak Uzbir had a good game in goal for Yeni Malatyaspor, but it was not enough. And we look at the results from round 25, and how about that one at the top, Eric? Alanyaspor, first ever victory versus Basaksehir in the top flight. Basaksehir, first ever loss to Alanyaspor in the top flight.
That's definitely the one that stands out. Basaksehir in a little bit of trouble.
And Trabzonspor getting a big win on the road as well.